Hey Marks, Dale here, back for WRESTLEBUDDY, and I'm giving you picks of wrestlers we can't wait to cheer for. We're turning up the positivity to 11 for this guy. Regardless of what we think of the current state of wrestling, we still pop when several of these stars come out, and we can't help but cheer for them like our inner child is flown out of our bodies. Let's go. Bryan Danielson. The jump to AEW as a babyface has done wonders for the company. Don't kid yourselves. His matches have increased the credibility of the company with both viewership and competition. It has brought out the best with the upper echelons of the roster. His heel turn is beloved. This sounds repetitive, doesn't it? Wrong. Repetitive would be the term used if we were sick of this trope, but we know Bri D and D-Bry has done this several times over the past couple of decades, and it's been incredible. Team Hell No was wondrous to watch, and that even made us hop aboard the nostalgia train in 2021 when they both appeared together in the Royal Rumble. Bryan Danielson is a beloved superstar that transcends across generations of fans. The Rock. This is a no-brainer. The multi-platform superstar celebrity is bulletproof. Want reassurance of that? Check out Hollywood Rock's stint after Brock Lesnar beat him for the world title at SummerSlam 02. The Rock came back and expressed how everyone was beneath him. Sure, boos came in, however, overall it was "we're supposed to boo him for this role because we love him regardless" type of boo. He will forever be treated as a treasure in the industry. Stone Cold Steve Austin. The edge of the Attitude Era. When you become a superstar that reaches out past the realm of wrestling, for good reasons, then you've made it. This man was the person that made the industry popular once again without being that hokey type of cartoonish character. Steve Austin was an anti-hero, someone that was for the people but didn't care about their thoughts. It's confusing when you think about it, but his intentions were actually best suited for himself, and we were with it. Easily the best type of hero, and one that was supposed to be marketed as $1 million champion. Imagine that. Jim Duggan. Ho! Sting. The man known as Sting has never really been labeled as a heel ever. The closest thing he ever encountered was his NWO Wolfpack affiliation, and those guys were absolute crowd pleasers. Sting even started with Ultimate Warrior with the Blade Runners as heels, however it never caught on. The best thing was the oversaturation of warriors in the wrestling industry, which made Sting into a surfer that WCW rested their laurels on for years until his brooding crow character. He was the flag bearer against the dastardly NWO. This man has now reinvented himself as Darby Allin's father figure. This man has stood up for pro wrestling's mascots for decades, and we love him for that. Ricky Steamboat. Do you ever remember a time where Ricky was someone that just didn't have a likable bone in his body? Granted, his IC title run after he beat Macho Man in their perennial contest was lackluster to say the least, but do not let that fool you. This man is an icon. His feud with Ric Flair is unprecedented and legendary, and we somewhat didn't see him in the 90s only because there was no need for it. Thanks to Darren Aronofsky's 2008 The Wrestler, we have a callback to when Chris Jericho wanted to fight the legends. The final battle for Jericho at WrestleMania 25 was the Dragon. This match was incredible. If you want to talk about someone gifted in the industry, then look no further than the Dragon. Watching him in this match was magical, and he had the best opponent to do this match with. He was one of a kind fan favorite, and that's why we think Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of the best ever. Rob Van Dam. All the boxes are checked off here. There wasn't a time at this guy's life where people could point and say, he's the bad guy. Even when he was with Bill Alfonso and Sabu, we couldn't help but admire the incredible action RVD did on a nightly basis. Tape traders needed a new person to watch in the 90s, and they got the future legend who had the hardcore appeal along with being a VIP member of the High Times Man of the Year award. His migration into WWE has made him into a wrestling household name that was in the upper tier across all brands in the business. The way I would describe RVD is in this way. He isn't a person you would ever teach his styles to, but if someone could naturally perform the way he does things, it is breathtaking. This is Dale signing off, and if you love the words that were spoken here, then click like and subscribe and ring that notification bell here for all the WrestleBuddy content that we put out on a daily basis. We pump this out for the fans, and we want to make sure that you enjoy it and hear it, and we'd really appreciate it if you shared all of our content. Until next time, guys, stay safe out there and keep loving wrestling.